What it do? What it do? This is your boy Fly High Jet coming to y'all live and direct. Nah, I mean, want to thank y'all for stopping in, tuning in on Them Talks Crazy. We got a special guest with us today, so nah, I mean, I'm gonna let her introduce herself so I don't mess up no names. Y'all know I don't like to mess up the names, so all floor all yours.
Well, hey everybody, my name is Dadra Forrest. I'm the special guest. I am a kidney survivor with a transplant of 6 years.
Okay, okay, okay. So, with that being said, right, what is kidney disease?
Kidney disease is basically a disease that is a silent killer. A lot of us don't know that one or three of us have it due to it have no symptoms until the end stage, which is called end stage renal disease. Um, what is kidney failure? It's basically when your kidneys are no longer functioning. So basically, we cannot go to the bathroom. Our body can't get away the waste that we need to as well.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of factors that comes with it, and the two main causes is hypertension and diabetes.
So, all right, hypertension. What the hell is hypertension?
Really, you gotta cuss through it, but hypertension is just basically the scientific terminology of high blood pressure. You know how people say you got your blood pressure is high? That's basically what hypertension is.
All
And
right,
diabetes, as we call it from the country, is sugars. Sugars.
all right. I got that. I got that. I got that. So, definitely want to thank you, know what I mean, for coming through. Know what I mean, had me begging you for years to come on or whatever. However,
Right, and you finally got your wish.
yeah, definitely that. Definitely that. Definitely that. So, for the most part, though, how do you feel about it?
Having the disease or dealing with the disease, because it's two different things how I feel about it. One, having the disease, of course, I was shocked because it's a life changer
Right.
thing. Dealing with the disease, every day is a different day. Some days I feel like a hero, some days I feel down. It just depends on the mood. But on that, I'm grateful to still be here. That's what I love, the gift of life.
So when you first found out, what was the moments of you like? Take me through the moments of how you felt. Like, what was the things that you had to go through?
The day that I found out is when the day before my birthday, 8/19/2016. When I found out, it was too late. I always had kidney failure. We're childhood friends.
Right.
So even in high school, I had kidney problems, but because, I was a big girl, but didn't really take it serious until the last stage, like I stated. But I would never forget that day. I went to the doctor. What I started was I thought I had a cold because I kept on like waking up, going right back to sleep, and I was real itchy because that's the number one sign. We itch a lot.
Okay.
Um, and then I would wake up 8 hours of sleep and I want to go back to sleep. Didn't know. And then the other issue was that I don't tell nobody, but since I'm having an interview, I crave ordinary foods, which was weird. Like I wanted to eat powder and I did not know why. So long story short, I was going to the doctor and I thought I had the flu. Come to find
Powder.
powder. Yes, baby powder.
Oh,
So
okay.
we
My
call
bad.
it
Go ahead. Keep
pica,
going.
paca, like anybody how people want to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the signs. And I kept itching. So I went to the doctor thinking, because, I'm a mom, like I'm just sick, traveling, doing a lot. No, the doctor did my blood work. My creatinine at the time was 4.5, which is not a normal creatinine for a female. Our creatinine is supposed to be 1.0 or below. And
1.0 or below. So, right. What is the difference?
when you have Well, let me start by when I found out. So this is when the life changed. I went to the doctor and she checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure was 190 over 100. Basically, she came back and told me I was like the walking dead. And so basically, I was at the last stage. And if I didn't move the day that I moved, I would have been dead in my sleep. But The difference is having a creatinine of 4.5 and a 1.0 is that my kidneys are not functioning. That's why I was getting the itching, because we're building up toxins in our body. Where you know how you go to the bathroom and poop, you're releasing. But my poop was staying in my system and not releasing because of the toxin. My kidneys wasn't functioning. Even though I was going to the bathroom because I was a diabetic, it
Right.
really wasn't urine. I was releasing toxins from my body.
So is this all right? So is this kinda of the same thing with people that go through that be drinking alcohol and have kidney failures that way?
No, because mainly when people have issues with that, it'd be more so their liver. They'll attack their liver
Oh, okay.
instead of the kidneys. The kidneys are mainly attacked by, genetic diseases, like diabetes, hypertension, or any immune system that will attack like lupus and everything else. But also, to be honest, we can all have kidney failure by taking too much antibiotics, taking too much ibuprofens, and also, I know a lot of people want to body build, but taking creatinine can also affect our kidneys too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors.
So if you would have any moment, right, that you could go back to where you could sit here and say your up and down moments
Hmm.
when you was the at your lowest time, what was the things that you did that helped you cope?
With dealing with the disease,
Yes.
I prayed. I prayed a lot. I meditate. I spoke positivity in my life. Because when I was diagnosed, I would never forget what my mom said. We have 5 minutes to get myself together. And so I had to figure out what to do. And when I got to my lowest, I thought about my children. So I
Hmm.
prayed, I cried, I wrote, and I just kept speaking affirmations over my life. So that's what I did. But I never gave up because I had two boys. Um, is it a mental game with this disease? Yes. A lot of people don't understand it is a mental game because kidney failure, people think is a death sentence because of, back in the day, as soon as you got kidney
Right.
failure, you die. But it is a mental game. And if you don't have strong people around you to pray for you and to understand your mood swings, you will tremble. Like you will fail. You will give up. But I didn't have that. My dad and my mom was my rock. And I had friends that prayed.
Shout out to mom and dad, yo. I
Yes.
definitely got a lot of respect and love for them though.
Yes, I love my
They
daddy.
nah man, I ain't gonna hold y'all, nah man. I went to church with her a couple times back in
Oh
the day,
God.
nah man. I think I fell asleep in there.
You did. You did. But we're gonna keep praying for you though. The Lord shall save her.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But anyway, so you said praying.
Hmm.
What about activities? What are things that you feel that you do on a daily basis now to keep you mind stable or just that you feel good for health wise?
Now that I'm transplant, so of course I juice. That's a good thing because I have a juice business. But the main thing that I make sure I do, because of transplant, we have to maintain a certain BMI, which is your body mass index.
Hmm.
I walk a lot because, again, having transplant, we also deal with not only our emotions, we're dealing with our donors' emotions, and a lot of people don't understand that. So walking gives us that dopamine to help us
Okay,
maintain
okay.
everything that we need.
So by the donors, right? Do you feel like you connected with that person, like you really feel them at
Yes,
times?
yes. My first year transplanted was an eye opener. Basically, if for my donor, people don't know, but I'm open, is a 41-year-old white male inside of me. So my donor, I know don't know his name, but I know what he used to do. So certain things that he used to like, I start liking. Like
Hmm.
he is a vegetarian. I knew that because me and his children used to write letters. A lot of people don't do it because of the safety, but I did write them a few.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, so a lot of stuff, and when he'll get triggered, I'll get triggered. So a lot of things I do that he did do. Like he loved outdoors because some reason I love outside, and you know, from childhood, I ain't going outside with nobody. Too hot. No, but
Oh,
now I love outdoors. Like I love outdoors. Like I always
that's
like to
what's up.
race cars, but I'm more into cars now. But so it's like he enjoys life to the fullest, and that's what I do. So yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what's
Hmm.
up. That's what's up. So if you could change anything, right?
Hmm.
What would it be outside of the disease?
To be honest, to be real, I won't change nothing because it was a gift for me to go through this. I call myself the guinea pig because not only I'm educating myself with the disease, I'm educating other people, especially in my
Right.
family. So no,
That's for
I
educating me.
yeah, so I'm glad for the journey. So no, I won't change nothing. I'm actually thankful for the lessons.
If you could hold, let's rewind it real quick, right?
Hmm.
Because you did say you juice. So with that, tell us about your juice business.
Well, I started a juice business called Green Therapy Juice. So basically, my juices consist of, you know, fruits and vegetables as well. But I also add supplements for our juices because, you know, medicine is good, the chemical medicines that they do,
Mm-hmm.
pharmaceutical, but holistic medicine is the best thing because our body, you know, in the Bible is biblical. Everything came from the world, is natural. So I also add medicines to my juices as well. And also I do consultations based off people want to lose weight or whatever they want to do. So that's my juice business is consists of. And teas and waters as well.
So, right,
Mm-hmm.
you see, I'm
A little skinny, below the whole thing. You need to eat a little, just a little bit more.
I,
Go ahead.
I was going to say athletic built, nah, I mean, but you want to say skinny,
We're
nah, I
gonna say
mean, but
slim, but
nah,
if you
man,
think athlete,
athletic built, nah, I mean,
okay, that's
but
fine.
so for me, what type of drink that you think would be good for me?
Based off your needs or what you want. Like for me
I
personally,
would say needs. What would be my need? Energy.
energy.
Uh, uh,
What about your iron?
I don't know. Only well, don't when you cut yourself, the blood. That's how you tell about your iron. I
No,
don't
you
know.
go.
Anyway,
No,
but
you go to the doctor, but you know, keep. No,
no, the iron you find out, and no, man. That's see, I'm talk to you
I guess
about it
you wait
later.
ahead of me with that. Let me
Yeah,
look that up.
but anyway, all right. So the last stage. Can you break the stages down? What are the different stages?
Okay, so there are 5 stages in kidney failure. Stage one is basically like, hey, you got some issues that we need to take care of. Basically, it
Mm-hmm.
could be like your diabetes or blood sugars or something is out of whack, but it can be okay. Stage two is the same thing. It's really, doctors don't really check for your kidneys until you get to stage three. That's when your GFR, which is your function, your filtration of how your kidneys are working. Once that hits a certain number, that and your creatinine is going up a little bit, and your BUN, which determines how much protein and
So
urine
what's
is
the
filtered.
number?
So if your GFR is like 69 and below, we got a problem. We got to start talking about some stuff.
Is that for men or women
Men
or for
and
both?
women, yes. Um, they don't really look at GFR. When I was dealing with kidney failure back in 2016, now they really don't look at GFR too much because of African Americans, GFRs be higher. Normally, GFR, we can have a high GFR and a BUN than a creatinine and still be perfectly fine. Where, you know, Caucasians, their GFR and creatinine is bad and they deteriorate. But so GFR is not really looked at. But if your creatinine and your BUN is off now, and 69 is the number, we have some issues.
69.
Mm-hmm. We have some issues. And then
Why
stage
couldn't they have?
four,
Why couldn't it be 70? Why I gotta be 69?
I mean, I'm not the person that determined that. I'm
See,
just going
that's
by
what.
the education.
Uh,
I
that's
mean,
what the.
like,
That's what I be wanting to know sometimes too, right? Who are the people that we really getting this information from?
I mean, from over the years of people doing their own data and researchers, I guess that's what they're doing. But you know, science change every day.
I know, man. I think I should be a scientist.
No, mm-mm.
But
Hey, you never know. You never know. We
I
all
might
scientists
go
because we
make a
all
cure,
curious.
yo. I might come up with a cure.
You might. The way you be thinking, I agree with you.
Nah, but that's too much work.
Yeah,
That's too much work.
Yeah, that might hurt your brain. Though.
Yeah, too much. So, but anyway, I don't really be doing all this holiday stuff, right? But it is St. Patrick's Day. You got on green.
Yes.
Know what I mean? So
but
just wanted to highlight that, know what I mean, for all y'all.
But green is a good color because you know why? Green is for kidney awareness, and March is Kidney Awareness Month. So we got to wear our green, you know, green everything.
That was the whole reason I was getting to.
I mean, I just said it before you, though.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't say it before me. I just brung it out to you. I just brung something else up.
Well, I appreciate you bringing it out me, so I just, you know, elaborated just a little bit more.
Just a little bit, just a
right.
little bit. You know what I mean? So if you can help any of the little kids out there that when you found out at the age you did or before, what can you tell them now?
What I tell everybody now, if you know something is wrong, go get tested. But I also tell people stay on top of your health because health is wealth. So if you're healthy, everything else will fall into place.
Right. So if you could change anything right now that made a difference or not a difference, what would it be?
Change one thing with what, in general in life or what?
In general in life, going through the process of dealing with
kidney disease. If I can change one thing. With my journey, the only thing I would have changed is continue to go to the doctor like I'm supposed to.
Right.
That would be one thing I have changed. But then again, I would never have learned my strength if I never went through what I'm going through. So I really don't know, if, like I said before, if I would change anything because this was a gift from God for me to learn these lessons and be the guinea pig of my family and make a difference. So I don't know.
Make a difference. How do you feel that you're making a difference, and what is the impact that you think you're doing?
I'm being an advocate, especially for African American. I'm being an advocate, teaching us that we need to take care of ourselves, know about the disease, because kidney disease, like I stated, is a silent killer. We need to check our blood pressure, especially for our Black men. Like the number one cause of ours is high blood pressure and heart disease. All that leaves a big factor in how we eat. That's why I started the juice business. How I eat determines our gut health. Like take care of your gut health determines a lot of diseases that can be prevented. Right. So I'm an advocate of health, like know your health, and also being an advocate for your own kidney disease, because a lot of people don't know, being African American and having kidney disease, we get treated differently. Well, a lot of people don't see that, but we have to advocate for our own self.
So what are some of the things that people don't see, like especially me?
You don't see that doctors treat us differently based of our our culture, because a lot of us don't ask questions. We just believe the doctors and we just go along our merry way, but doctors are not always true. And then when they tell us what our body is, we have a different reaction than anybody else. I have been the biggest advocate when I was on working with DaVita and being a dialysis patient. Like, don't treat me the same, because we all have different genetics, body made up. We got to rewind that because I got tongue tied. But don't judge me based off somebody else's genetics and everything else, because we all are different. My makeup is not as same my person next to me in the chair. Like, no. Right. So I always tell people, know your own numbers, know what's best for you, and that's what determines how you're going to be healthy. And that's what I did when I was on kidney failure. When I was on dialysis, I did my own dialysis. I did home dialysis. So once I learned my own numbers, certain stuff that they was telling us not to eat for kidney patients, I was eating.
That's what I was going to get into, right? Because they tell you not to eat something, but everybody that I know eat it and live a nice, good life. Even
Exactly.
after they said don't eat it.
Right. But like with kidney failure, they tell us we can't eat a lot of collard greens because it's hard for our potassium. I'm from the south.
But matter of fact, it probably just the season. Don't put
No,
too much
it's
season
because
in it or something.
it could be that too. Like, salt is bad, but you can also do substitute. But it's not even that. People just have to know how to eat in moderations. But also substitute, like, because we all know certain greases.
Eat in moderation.
Yes.
Who eats in moderation?
People that need to be healthy that needs to eat in moderations. Because you don't have to indulge in something just because it's there. You could just eat it in moderations.
Nah, that don't really sit well. But anyway,
Oh my God.
people, I be knowing a couple people that well, actually I ain't gonna say I know a couple people. My mother, she about to go through it and stuff like that, where she gotta count the read the labels and start counting the numbers and making sure all that good stuff. You do that too?
Yes.
That's a lot of work.
No, I don't. But when you do it for so long, because I've been having kidney failure for like 10 years, it just come like natural to us. Right. And so it's always good to read it.
So I say like everything's going perfectly fine throughout the day. Is there times where it just a moment everything just kind of shut down, like you feel like everything about to end?
Yeah. I do get those moments, especially with transplant. Being transplant is different from being on dialysis. Dialysis, we are just weak, we're tired, we're drained. Having a transplant is dealing with somebody else's emotions and yours. So because I take steroids every day, I have mood swings. So the weather, if it's too hot, I can get sick. Um, it's just certain things that can cause me to change instantly. And then like some people be like, oh, they like to touch me. No, you can't touch me. I'm immune suppressed. So you cough on me wrong, I get sick. So it
So
just
I by you just saying that, right?
mm-hmm.
Talking about the sun.
Mm-hmm.
You be out there with your boys where they was playing sports. How
I
was you dealing with that?
sunscreen because that's one thing that we need to do because I'm on anti-rejection medicine and I take steroids. We need sunscreen because I can get skin cancer. So sunscreen and I have an umbrella. Yes, I'm bougie, but hey, I gotta protect myself.
Right, right. I just remember that. Nah, man. I know them boys was out there playing some good old football, and you was
Yeah,
out
and
there
I'm out
being a
there, but
great
if
cheer mom. So I was just wondering. I know sometimes it be hot out there.
it do, and I protect myself. But if it gets too hot because I can't be too hot, I go to the car, take my break, and come back. And my kids, they've been dealing with my disease since they was babies,
Mm-hmm.
so they understand the signs of what to see for. Like even when I was on dialysis, I did dialysis at home, and my son, I literally miscarried. I was pregnant on dialysis,
Mm-hmm.
and my son Damari knew my blood pressure and everything was dropping on the machine, and he knew how to take my needles and everything else. So when I say my kids
Big
are
love there.
educated, they're very educated by sticking somebody, checking my blood pressure, checking my blood sugar, and they knew instantly what to give me to bring me back up until the ambulance came and got me because I was pregnant on dialysis. I had a baby on dialysis. Two, actually.
So is it kind of the same as like with the sugar load? You gotta eat something
Yes.
or snack on something.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes. It's the same thing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But what was I about to say? The camera person distracted me, y'all. Nah, I mean, I was about to say something, and then they hit me with the fly high jet, man. Hey, we about to hit the landing strip. But anyway, I want to thank you again for coming through, yo. I appreciate
No
you for
problem. Thank you for
letting
having
the
me.
world know what's going on, because I didn't. You helped me out on a little bit, and then now I can go tell my mother some things. Nah, I mean, but in the meantime, between time, thank you for coming through. And this is Them Talks Crazy on Them TV Network. So tune in.
Later. You could do it through your stomach, which is called PD. Um, and then you could do HHD, which you could stick yourself at home, which I did at home. And then I did bring up about, yeah, my catheter. It's called, you can have a graft or um, a fistula. So mine's is still in, but mine's had to be taken out fully. It was real bigger, but you can still see that they take your arteries and disconnect for the kidneys. The veins can go through your heart, but you can clean out your heart, your blood throughout your heart and everything else. So it still have my thrill and everything, but I had to take out the graft part of my arm because, of course, I was getting what's the word I'm looking for? It's not with the A. An aneurysm. They thought I had one, so they removed it before it ruptured. So I still have the fit, the fistula part, but not the graft part. Um, you can still feel the thrill, and everything else is still booming. So if I ever have to get another fistula, which we're not gonna speak that,
Yeah,
I will
that.
have to go through the process again, but it won't be able to be on this arm. It'll have to be another arm, or in my neck, or in my thigh. We can have fistulas anywhere where we have a vein.
Too much work.
Yeah. And then I also mentioned that, I had babies on dialysis. I lost a baby on dialysis, which was my son that helped me out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gave birth to Quentin 6 months before my transplant. But he didn't make it. He died. He was born October 6th and died October 7th. Nothing with dialysis. He just came early. And then 6 months later, I was blessed with a transplant. Yes.
Oh boy, I go through too much for me.
It's life. Because everybody be like, well, how did you go through it being a single mom and doing dialysis? By the grace of God. When people ask me, well, how do you deal with it now? I don't know. I just pray every day. I just look at it as a natural routine. Like even when I was doing dialysis, I was working. I would wake up at 5 in the morning and do dialysis.
What would your prayer be? What would it sound like?
I would never tell you my prayer. And the only reason why I won't tell you my prayer because of what the conversation that me and God had. But I will tell you, I thank Him. And then when I manifest my transplant, the song that I played every day to this day, I see miracles. Because I used to manifest and look how when they was going to call me for my transplant. That's how much. And I Told the Storm was another song that I used to play all the time. I still play it. But I See Miracles by Jacqueline Carr, that was the biggest one that I played. I See Miracles.
Roger that, that.
So you wanted to e-comment as one of your random cravings. How do you catch yourself? Like, are you like in the bathroom, like
yes,
are you trying to walk away? Like, no, I don't need it, or
right? You're walking away, but your body is saying that you need it. It's because you're deficiency of some type of vitamin, and usually it's B12.
Okay.
So did I eat it? No, but I craved it. I did. And then once I got clean on dialysis, of course, all that went away, of course.
Yeah.
So I didn't need it anymore.
So right now, what would you say your clean diet suggestions would be to people just who want to change their diet just in general? They don't have to have or be experiencing the disease, but also I know, like we said, it can come from having high blood pressure and all other things. So what are some suggestions you could give?
I would suggest that people find out what they like, instead of like prime example. I can use examples like flour. We all know flour is turned into a carb and it breaks down into a sugar. I would say do substitute for flour. Instead of white flour, do almond flour
Okay.
or something like coconut flour, something in that. Instead of like vegetable oil, do canola oil, avocado oil, because that's what I use. So just find a substitute until you get used to what you don't want to eat and eliminate from your body. Don't take it away, just substitute it. And then learn how to weigh your food out on a scale, and that will train your body as well. So everybody's body is different. Some people can go cold turkey with all stuff, but I say substitute and work yourself through that.
Okay. And then, so I know a lot of people in the like bodybuilding area, they use like creatine in the supplements to bulk up. Now, how does that relate to the kidney disease? Because we were saying, but maybe I'm misunderstanding where they're close.
Creatine, using it, yes, it's beneficial. It gives you grow your muscles, make you stronger, whatever you do with bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But as so, it also using too much of it and not get enough protein, it could damage those kidneys. Another thing that people don't know, people know that you can be born with one kidney as well. Also, kids can have kidney failure. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But the thing is with kids, a child can be perfectly normal, but you know how some people don't take kids to the doctor? I had a friend that she had strep throat when she was young. Her mom didn't know. And the strep throat got all of her body and damaged her organs. And which one it did? It damaged her kidneys. And she had kidney failure all the way up to her whole life. And, she's been transplanted. But certain things like that, not taking care of yourself and could damage your kidneys. Being pregnant, you can damage your kidneys, have acute failure, and have to do dialysis. So it's a lot of things that you have to do that can affect the kidneys. And the kidneys are very important things for us in our body.
Yes, they're basically our filters. You said they
filter our waste and everything. It also helps us with our vitamin D. It helps us with our regulate our calcium in our body, making our bones stronger. So it's a big thing in releasing phosphorus out of our body because we get phosphorus from foods, which help us release. So kidneys are very important.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering my little extra questions on the
No
side.
problem.